I was at a Cleveland sports banquet. So they had their yearly sports banquet in Cleveland. LeBron James is a senior in high school. A guy comes up to me and he says, hey, I hosted it. And he said, would you talk to LeBron? He's not sure if he's going to go to college or he's going to go pro. So, now you're thinking, of course he's going pro and he wasn't going to go college. But I said, have you reached out to Kobe and have you reached out to Kevin Garnett? And he said, yes. And I said, well, there's your answer. If they feel like you're ready to go, then go. And now it's 15 years ago, and you're going, well, it seems stupid that you would even think that he would go 1 year. Imagine if LeBron went to college for 1 year.
It'd be pretty good, and it calls.
Where was he? Was he leaning towards any place? Like Ohio State.
It never got, and it was so obvious. I remember being at ABCD camp in New Jersey the summer before LeBron's junior year. I'd never heard of him before I got there, but by the time I got there, it was like the second day. Everybody was talking about him. I was right there for the game when he crossed over Lenny Cook, and Lenny Cook fell down because Lenny Cook was the great recruit out of New York. But Dan, it's funny to me when people say, like, well, one and done is ruining college basketball. I try to remind people, before one and done, there was none and done, right? So LeBron and Kobe, all those guys went straight to the league. So was it better for college basketball this season to have Marvin Bagley and DeAndre Ayton at Duke and Arizona, or with the Knicks and the Lakers? So, I mean, I'm personally in favor of everybody doing whatever they want to do. I don't understand why it's a problem. If the Boston Celtics want to draft a 13-year-old eighth grader and pay him $1 million and develop him and put him in the G League or whatever, why is that a problem for me? I got 3 kids of my own. I got enough problems, So I don't understand why it's such great consternation.
Well, soccer does this.
Yeah, everybody does it. We're talking about, 3 to 5 kids a year.
I know.
And everybody talks about it all the time. So I'm like, everybody should be able to get whatever they want. Obviously, there are plenty of examples of people who have gone straight from high school into the league who have succeeded, and there are plenty of people who left early and made bad decisions, stayed too long in college, made bad decisions. Everyone should be entitled to make their own mistakes.
Could Zion Williamson go right to the pros now?
No question. No, he's just physically ready. I mean, he's like Dominique Wilkins, not quite as tall, still developing his skill set. If anything, it would probably benefit him to go to the pros now, because if you go to college, you can get exposed. So a lot of times it's about striking the iron when the iron is hot. So every year there's maybe 4 or 5 kids coming out of high school who could legitimately benefit by going straight to the NBA. And if that's what they want, I'm fine with it.
And I'm with you on that, because I'd rather see you for 1 year than not to get to see you at all. And I know it just feels like this is generational. It's somebody who's over 40 years of age who has a problem with the one and done. What are you doing to March Madness? And, there's no continuity with basketball, and it's harder to follow. And whereas before you'd say, boy, I can't wait to see that guy next year with the recruits coming in. And Kentucky is the classic example. Imagine some of those kids who are able to play with some of the other kids being brought in. I'm all for free marketplace.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.